What's up everybody, Thomas Brandon here. Welcome to another School of Sim Racing video. Now, this video is really basically by demand. I had a lot of drivers after the setup videos that I put out, which, you know, the response from those that you guys gave me was awesome. But I had a lot of drivers asking me, you know, hey, how do I drive a dirt midget? Or how should I learn to drive a non-wing sprint car? Is there a way that I should learn to drive, you know, the 360? Is the throttle control that important? Should I use the brake? How do you do a slide job? You know, things like that. And one of the things that I have noticed in iRacing, and have also personally experienced myself, is that when you start coming up, especially through the dirt, you're on this kind of like this ascension of survival. And so you're learning, but you have this capability, not really a capability, but you end up on this path of learning how to get better, but you end up hitting this plateau. You get to this point where you are, you know, you're finishing races, you're even, you know, racing smooth. You might have a bad race here or there, get into somebody, but for the most part, you're running okay. And this is usually about the point you start looking for setups, right? The iRacing setups aren't cutting it no more. You need to go faster. What are you missing? And all those setups are a huge part of it, setups and adjustments. A lot of drivers are missing out on the fundamental skills. You see, when that track starts to slick off, when you got to really make sure that you're hitting your marks and keeping the car smooth and steering it with the throttle and things, you know, not jerking the wheel and stuff, that's what it starts to show up after the heat race, right? When you get to the 50, 60, 70% tracks, that's really where you start to see people's lack of fundamental skills come into play. And this happened to me. I started doing really well, and then I moved up the ranks, and all of a sudden I'm like, man, I gotta work on the basics here because I'm missing out on some stuff, it appears, you know. And so I, you know, a month and a half, 2 months ago, before I started doing the videos, I had to go back and kind of relearn the fundamentals, the basics, because I was missing that stuff. I didn't realize, you know, how big of a deal, you know, how much difference, you know, the car felt with the wing all the way back, and how much it slowed you down, and how you need to be able to drive the car more free so you can be faster, but that means you got to be smoother, how you can steer it using the brake, or, you know, trail braking and backpedaling on the throttle actually will make you faster, and, you know, different things like that. And so in this first video, those are the things that we're going to cover. We're going to lay the foundation for you moving forward. So whether you are, you know, new to these dirt oval races, or you've been doing it for a while, but you've noticed you've kind of hit a plateau, you're going to learn something in these videos. All right. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go here to the garage. We're going to go to iRacing setup, and we're going to bring up their linear setup. Okay. And we're not going to touch well, I shouldn't say we're not going to touch anything. We're not going to touch anything down here. We are going to go up here and move the nose wing to 22. And we're going to move the top wing all the way forward. Okay? We're going to get used to driving a loose race car. We need car control, particularly when it comes to our throttle. All right? So, first thing that we're going to do, and you're going to notice here, I'm just going to pull out the wrong spot because I don't really care right now. It's a test session. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to work on our entry. Now this is really critical because this is where a lot of drivers they pretty much screw up their entire turn on the entry. A lot of it has to do with the fact that they're not getting the car set properly. This was a big one for me. So what I would do is I would turn the car in, and then I was getting about to the apex, and I was having to turn left again. And what was happening was I was coming out of the corner loose, because I was literally breaking the car loose. I had the car so tight that I was having to keep, you know, sawing on the wheel, breaking it loose, and then I would come around. And so we got to get the car set right. But we need to know, what does that look like, right? How does that look in a sprint car? Well, the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to go about 50% throttle. We're going to leave it there. We're not going to let off. We're not going to hit it harder, right? 50% throttle. we're just going to go nice and straight through the corner. Okay, just nice and straight. Try to keep the car straight. Don't jerk it around. Don't, be all over the place. Just try to keep it straight. Just go right through the middle for right now. We're not trying to hit a line or anything like that. Alright, we're not trying to hug the inside wall or ride the cushion. Just go nice and straight, half throttle. Okay? The reason that we're doing this is you want to be able to see what the car looks like and how it feels as you're going through the corner. Because when you set the car should actually be set about like that. Alright? And you want to basically maintain that through the corner. And it's got to start with this right here. Us getting a feel for the car. Now, one of the things you don't want to do is you don't want to turn, right? And then turn again. That'll shake the car loose. What you're trying to do is you're trying to turn it in the beginning and then holding the wheel in one position or straightening out as you go through the rest of the corner. Right? So you want to turn left, hold it, and then you start to straighten out as you come out the corner. You don't want to be jerking on the wheel. Alright. Now once you can do that, and you can do this nice and smooth, the next thing I want you to do is I want you to drive it a little bit further into the corner. So you're still going to be about 50% throttle going through the corner, but you're going to give it some more speed down the straightaway. Right? So gas it up, let off, and then kind of drive it through and just kind of hold that line. You see how I did that? Do you see how I'm holding that's almost like that controlled slide? Let off a little bit going in, get it through, and then hit the gas coming out. Ease into the throttle. Remember, the throttle is a rocker. It's not an on-off switch. If you look at my steering wheel in the bottom left-hand corner, you'll see how much I'm moving it, right? It's ever so slightly. You're just maintaining that slide through the corner. And what you want to start doing is as you do this more consistently and smoothly, then you start adding more gas to it. Start picking up the throttle at the apex of the corner. Start picking up the throttle at the apex of the corner. You're ready, hold it wide open, and just take it right around the top, nice and smooth. Middle to the top. What you want to do is let's say you actually turn it in too hard. You want to get used to correcting it with the throttle. All right. Okay, and then lastly, when you're finally ready, when you feel like you got it nice and smooth, then you can start looking to go towards the bottom. See how I'm doing that? You're just turning it in. Once you get to that apex, you start easing into the throttle, steer it out. Nice and smooth. Got the shelf there. All right, then you can start actually trying to work on some laps. Now, what I'm going to show you here is actually going to surprise you. So, let's do a lap here. Wide open. I'm holding it wide open. Whoops. Also hitting the wall. I'm holding it wide open, and that lap down there on the bottom is actually beating it. And that's because all the power in the world means nothing if you don't have the throttle control to go along with it. See that? Throttle control. Throttle control is so important when hitting your marks, being smooth. That is what will get you good, solid lap times. One of the best things I ever heard. One of the best things I ever heard about racing was slow is smooth, smooth is fast. If you can be smooth with your throttle and your throttle control and your car control, then you will without a doubt have some of the most important foundational skills there is to racing. So get on your setup, right? Go to a track. I don't care which track. Do it on linear if you want to mimic what I was doing, and walk through that stuff that I just showed you. Because when you do that and you can get that down, then we can start looking at slick tracks, right? Hitting the grooves, hitting the lines, those types of things. Because this is just the beginning. All right. So that's going to do it all for this video. Now, really quick before I go, if you like this, please do me a favor, hit the like button, and also please leave me a comment. I'm trying to figure out if you guys want more of this stuff. Okay, if this is something you guys are actually interested in, if this is something I should be doing for, because like I said, this is something that's going to take a lot of time. And so if you are interested in learning more stuff like this, I mean, everything from, hitting, driving slick tracks, different driving techniques, styles, how to use the brakes, trail brakes, setups, adjustments, all that stuff. If you're actually interested in that, let me know. All right. Leave a comment down below letting me know. Okay, and if you do all that for me, then I'll be back here with another video. Until then, I want to wish you good luck, good racing. Take care.